Hey YouTube, I'm doing a report on a rapper named Little Loaded. He died yesterday. And I saw that on the feed, on the YouTube feed, and I was like, in my mind, I was like, well, maybe he died. Somebody shot him, and killed him. But that wasn't the case. It says that he killed himself over a girl. And a lot of people hear that and be like, why would he do that? And it doesn't make sense. And a lot of people have their own questions about what he did. A lot of times I have studied in suicide because I was curious about what goes through a person's mind when it comes to suicide. And I have did my research on it, and sometimes it's just voices that they hear or events that occurred while they were, isolated from, a person. And most of the time, people who commit suicide, they isolate themselves. They don't answer their phones. They don't tell anyone. They learn how to put on a facade of looking like everything is all good. And so you don't know what goes through a person's mind. That's why you have to really ask a person, hey, how you doing today? Tell me the truth. How are you doing today? Or how you feeling today? But it's kind of hard to catch those things if you're not paying attention, because they can, like I said, they can make it appear to be like everything is all good and I'm straight. And then as you know, they kill themselves. And I'm going to give you my take on this. My take on this thing is you got to have more people in your circle, right people. You got to have the right people in your circle. If you don't have the right people in the circle, then you can't get the help you need. Not to say that everybody who has suicidal thoughts will get the help they need, because sometimes it's hard to help a person who believes in the lie. No one loves you. No one cares. If you were gone, your life would be a whole lot better. Look how your mom treated you. Look how your dad treated you. Look how your sister. All those thoughts goes through their mind about what's going on in the physical. But at the same time, most of the time it's a lie, because they never have the time to sit down and talk to a person and ask that other person, how do you feel about me? But he killed himself over a girl. Me, I couldn't do it. I'm talking about me. Just like the rapper MC, the Brazilian rapper MC Kevin, he had a threesome in this 5-story building, and he feared that his wife was going to catch him, and so he decided to jump off the balcony. If it was me, listen, if it was me, I'd be like, man, you got me, baby. You caught me red-handed. I ain't finna jump from no balcony because I'm fearing to get caught from, a threesome. I'm not finna do that. And I'm not finna kill myself over no female. I'm not finna kill myself over anyone. If that person has that much power and control over me and my thought over me to the point that I destroy myself, then I messed up, or I have, and then another thing too, a person shouldn't allow that to happen. That's another thing. A person shouldn't allow that person to put their whole trust, whole life, I'm worshiping you. Put it pretty much, it's like worshiping, like it's almost like somebody worshiping a deity or something like that, to the point that they would do anything to keep that person. Like, if you don't love, if I can't have you, no one can. Those guys that break up with girls and say, if I can't have you, then no one can. So I'm gonna kill you and kill myself. That's stupid. That's really, to me, it's stupid. Because now you killed yourself, you killed that person. Now you have that family to mourn, that her family's mourning, and now your family's mourning too as well. And it's like, it doesn't make any sense. But the thing about it is, we deal with an unseen realm that we can't see. And some people are like, it doesn't exist. Spirits doesn't exist. No, it's an unseen world. I'm going to get into that later, but I just wanted to report about Little Loaded because I have a heart about people. I have a heart for people. And I dearly hate when these rappers die by gunshot. They die by suicide. A lot of times, you know, you couldn't imagine, oh, suicide. I mean, he had an all right career. He was making a certain amount of money. That's not enough for nobody. People, once you get the money, people still have a void that need to be filled. Somebody's taking that void. Rather, if you hear any baby talking in the background, that's my daughter. That's my daughter talking. People have voids that need to be filled. And what I mean by that is that it's a thing that only something like this, it's a spiritual thing. Only something that can fulfill to make you complete is something spiritual. And I'm not going too much get into detail, like I said before, about it, because I have to do a whole thing on there and break it down what I mean by that, because it's a lot of different beliefs out there. And I'm not trying to impose any beliefs on anyone. I'm giving you my experience, and my experience through life. I noticed supernatural occurrences that occurred in my life. So that's why I said certain things that's unseen. Far as your void that needs to be filled, I mean that it's always something. You like, I need something more. I got the money. That's why you see people who are rich. They got the money, but they still overdose on drugs. They got the fame. They still kill themselves. They still do all these types of things because of the fact that they need something spiritual, a foundation that will protect them from anything outside of their being, far as feeding them lies and feeding them false things that appearing to be real, which is fear. And so, Lil Loaded, 20 years old, man, and that's a young. I'm 39. I don't look like it, but I'm 39 years old. 20 years old. These guys are dying so young, and it's so sad. And I'm like, I'm at a point like, I'm tired of it. I'm not an evil person. I don't believe that people, you know, get what they deserve. But I believe that your words create. And when you in this rap industry, it's a lot of verses on them tracks. When you listen to them, like now rappers are talking about smoking dead ops and talking about killing and all this stuff. And it's almost like you reaping what you're sowing. And a lot of people call that karma. But at the same time, it's more like, it's power. I believe your tongue has power, and you can create, and you can control your atmosphere by what you say. And so a lot of times these rappers are making music. Let's tell the truth. Let's be honest. These rappers are making music about I kill you, I smoke you, then I rape your girl, or all these things they say in here, just like and it's on a beat. You just bobbing your head and not really paying attention. Like, man, this dude said he'll rape a baby. He say he gonna do this, he gonna do it, and we don't never take it in consideration that that's not good. And there have been times that I have listened to a beat and I overlooked I caught it, the lyric, but at the end of the day, the beat be going so hard, you be like, all right, man, all right, he ride up. But at the same time, it's power in life and death in the tongue, and you can create stuff and you can curse people with your tongue. We don't realize how much power we have because we are in the image of God. And so in that same thing, at the same time, we can create and we can tear down with the tongue. Let's be honest. If you tell your friend, your best friend, you hate them and all this stuff, you tell them all these bad things, I guarantee you it don't matter what you say. Or you tell your spouse. Words are powerful to whoever you say those things to. Just be mindful of that. I just want to inform you about Lil Loaded, 20 years old. Didn't get a chance to, I don't know if he have kids or anything, but didn't even get a chance to have kids. If he does, forgive me on that. I didn't check on that. I just went into to see how he started out and see how his career went or what's going. 20 years old, man. My condolences go out to the family. And I just hope that we build a community that can help these rappers stay alive long enough to see grandchildren. You know what I'm saying? It's like no one was put here on this earth to die at a short age like that. It just is ridiculous. And I believe that because of the lack of support and because you just shoving money and trying to figure out ways to get rich, these people don't care about the individual as an artist. And so let's keep his family in prayers. Stay fit, stay woke, and stay humble. Deuces.